Hello everyone, this is Sharp Eyes broadcasting live with the infamous Orc. Hello Orc.
Zark Zark, what's
Hello.
going on, man?
Alright, today we're looking at a game on Neoplanet S featuring Solklar as the Protoss and Orc as the Terran.
Gosu.
Orc, how do you do in this matchup?
I get my ass kicked a lot, not gonna lie, but I win a few games here and there.
Alright. It is how it is. Okay. Looking at the blue Terran player, Orc, we see that he is producing one SCV. Orc, why do you make SCVs?
SCVs are a good unit. They help you get minerals and collect Vespian gas. Pretty useful, yeah, a good unit to have,
Okay.
Yep.
That just about explains what SCVs can do.
Yep.
Looking at the Protoss player, we see that he is tossing down a pylon at 9. What a crafty play.
Did you just say the Protoss was tossing down a pylon?
Tossing down a pylon indeed, no pun intended.
That must be OP.
Very OP indeed. Back to the Terran player, we see that he is tossing down a barracks. Orc, why do you make them?
Barracks are good. They produce units such as Marines, and Marauders. Those are both quintessential units to this matchup. You can't really win without them. Know what I mean, son?
Exactly. Now, Orc, I have to ask, what is
Yeah.
the ideal unit versus Protoss in the early game? Is it Marines, or is it Marauders, or both?
It's both depending on what they throw at you. If they want to be little homo boys, you're gonna have to get Marines and turrets. If they're going for a Blink Stalker all in, you're gonna want to have Marauders in that situation.
Let's see. So it's all about the Marine Marauder micro, right?
Yes, it is. Good sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Looks like this probe here will be scouting. Let's see what it can see. It sees one gas and then it runs back. Orc, why do you think the Protoss wants to scout at this time?
I don't know. Well, a lot of Protosses, they can't really determine their sexuality, so, they have to scout and find out what they want to be by looking at, like, a real race, like Terran. So, they get confused a lot, which is understandably so, because they're fucking retarded.
I see. So, due to their mental retardation and sexual preference, they scout the Terran, apparently, according to Orc.
Yes, exactly.
I see. Looks like the probe will probably not be finding out his orientation anytime soon as he gets sniped down by the Reaper.
Yep, and Reapers are pretty good,
Reapers are pretty good.
And as Orc's Reaper crosses the map, he's
we are
going to
currently
find out
following
some
Orc's Reaper right
stuff.
now. Let's look at the vision here. Looks like Orc will be hopping on in, looking at a mothership core and a zealot. He takes some damage, not that much damage. Going down here, looks like a stalker will be firing on him. He dodges. Oh my god, he dies.
This Orc guy sucks. Holy shit.
Over here, looks like Orc is building an eBay to deny the Protoss' expansion. Orc, do you do this every game versus Protoss?
Every single game I can.
Why do you do it?
Because it's Gosu. Look at my expo and the time it's being built, and look at his expo. Yep.
Looks like Orc's expo is almost complete while the Protoss is barely trying to kill the eBay. Will Orc cancel it in time? He will.
Because this Orc guy is pretty Gosu, from what I hear.
He is very go soup. Soup for Gosus.
Yep.
Alright, looking back at the Terran player, we see that he is tossing down 2 barracks. Orc, do you usually open up this way?
Yeah, all the time, because I'm Gosu. That's what Gosu people do.
That is very true indeed.
Yep.
Looks like Orc is transferring SCV's Maynard style.
Oh. Yeah, transferring SCVs is good, don't want to have too much saturation on one base or the other,
Very
pretty
true
good.
indeed. Looks like Orc will be trying to wall off a little bit with a supply depot. Okay, tossing down his second gas, which indicates that he is going for some late game play. Isn't that right, Orc?
That is right. Well, you know, in this game, I thought, I mean, I'm playing such a bad Protoss. He's really bad, and he sucks. So I'll just go for the late game and hopefully beat him.
Lots of trash talk here going down by Orc.
Yep.
Alright, back to the Protoss player. We see that his robo is complete. 1-1 upgrades are researching, and he is tossing down a pylon. Not much is going on. He is expanding with a few units out in front to defend Orc. What do you think about this?
I think it's pretty Gosu. You know, Protoss is like their main strategy, you know, in the game and in life is to do nothing like always. You know, and just stand around their bases, hug them, and then get a death ball, and then you know, just move out and win. They click A and then they left click their mouse, and that's how you do it.
That sounds like a very defensive way to play.
It is.
Very defensive indeed. Back to the Terran player. We see him floating a factory. Orc, what is your reasoning for this?
Well, you know, factories are pretty good buildings, you know, so, but you don't need them this late into the game, because I already have my starport built, and I'll have my second one building, which, I think it's good to have 2 starports versus, Protoss, because you never know when you need to make a bunch of Vikings really quick, and you never know when you have to get more medevacs because they've all been killed.
I see. So Orc, not needing his factory, will be sending it into Scout. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, very bold move by Orc. Looking back at Orc, we see that 2 dropships are incoming. Looks like the observer will be able to spot them. Will the Protoss be able to react in time? Looks like Marines are going down, shooting at some random buildings. Nexus is shooting down the Marines. Will he take down that forge? He will. But unfortunately for Orc, the 1-1 research just finished seconds ago.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate, you know, move for me, but you know, I'm pro, so I'm gonna win anyway. So fuck it. Yep.
Very bold words by Orc.
Yep.
Looks like the Protoss is now starting to churn out some units, trying to snipe down that factory. Orc, will you miss your factory?
I don't know, but let's take a look at this drop.
Oh, looks like Orc has dropped again, taking out the pylon, shutting down the robo facility, and boosting away. Ooh, what a sick play by Orc.
You know, I mean, I've heard a lot about this Orc guy, and many teams are trying to recruit him, but he hasn't accepted any offers yet because he's just that good of a player. And he wants to get paid like $1 million for whatever team he actually decides to join.
Orc is a very good player indeed, as he boosts back in, kind of, and boosts back out.
Yep, boosting is good, you know. Yep.
Alright. Looks like the Protoss player will be getting ready for that drop again, as he positioned his stalkers right there. Let's go to the vision on Orc. Does he see the stalkers? Yes, he does. Very good positioning with that factory right there, as it allows Orc to keep an eye on the Protoss base without actually wasting his comsats.
Now, Sharp, you're a Protoss player. What would you do in this situation if you were the Protoss?
I would probably warp in some units, and that's about it.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Well, this guy looks like he actually is warping in units, so he must be a very good Protoss player.
Very good indeed, as he starts moving out, kind of. Alright. Looks like he is moving down south, going to the Protoss vision. Okay, vision doesn't work. Looks like the Protoss will be ambushing the Terran player. Look at those force fields go, blocking the Terran retreat. Terran player is forced to pick up his army and move back. Or how did you feel about that engagement?
It was pretty good. I got a lot of stalkers, but you know, it wasn't exactly what I wanted.
Very true indeed. Vikings will be moving back out and in. Looks like heavy damage going on the Colossi. Orc, come on. You can take down that Colossi. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Colossi goes down. Orc is still chasing. Zealots and Stalkers dancing around. Orc, what do you feel about this battle?
Feel like, you know, could have had a few more units, but I'm getting the Colossi, so it's going fairly well for me. You know, I thought I was going to lose at this point, but, you know, we'll have to see what happens.
Alright, we will see indeed. Those supply depots are very tactical indeed, as it allows the Protoss player to have to kill them before moving in. Looks like the Protoss player will be taking down the second expansion of the Terran player. Looks like it will be going down. SCVs will get mowed down. Reinforcements are warping in. Orc, do you think you can take this army at this point?
Yeah, you know, I think I can. But, yeah, my idea was to target the Colossi, and I didn't do it. Pretty fail. I ended up getting the one at the top here, and, yeah.
Okay. Looks
The other
like
one
that
lives,
Protoss
though,
is near death.
and I lose my third in the process.
Orc is down one base, but that's okay. The Protoss player is still on 2 base. Looks like that Colossi will be going down. Very good choke block by Orc here. Very excellent play.
So, you know, that wasn't good, losing my third, but, you know, I think to myself, I say, what can I do to kind of balance this game out? I killed most of his Colossi, so at this point, I'm like, okay, I have to do something or else I lose. And I figure he has a third up already, so yeah, and I think I scanned it as well.
And it looks like Orc will be moving out with his Vikings and his army. Orc, why are you sending your SCVs? Is it to tank for your army?
Yep.
Okay. Very bold move. Looks like the SCVs will be getting intercepted. Looks like those SCVs came in a little bit too early.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so killing shit. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Orc is killing units. And it looks like the Zealots have charged and have retreated. Oh, that crazy storm wiped out a bunch of those units. Can Orc's army hold this? What do you think, Orc?
I think it can, you know, Ngosu.
And yet another storm goes down, but Orc's army is relentless.
Yep, yep.
And the second expansion will be going down. Looks like this game is pretty even at this point with the Protoss on the back end.
And yeah, so Protoss is really a shitty race, you know. Retards can play it, and it's yeah, good race to play if you're retarded. Yep.
Very insulting words indeed. Looks like Orc has expanded yet again, upgrading his command center to an orbital command. Why do you do this, Orc?
Orbitals are good. They give you mules, you know, that's more minerals. You know, you need that in an economy like today's. Then yeah, you get scans. Scans are pretty good. They let you know what's happening, Captain, you know? Yep. Know what I mean?
Good indeed. Back to the Protoss player, we do see that he is taking down the eBay by Orc over here. Orc, what do you think about Colossi and High Templar? How does the Terran player deal with this?
I think it's pretty bullshit, but you need a lot of ghosts and Vikings. So, yeah.
Okay. Back to the Terran player, we see that he is training a few ghosts over here. 2 ghosts are coming out. Looks like the Terran player is dropping over here to try to deny the third of the Protoss. Pretty good.
It's amazing how the Protoss just stands by all of his bases and never does anything.
Very typical for a Protoss, as previously stated by Orc.
Yep, yep.
Oh, and the feedback destroys that medevac. Orc, are you crying right now?
No, I'm not crying, but you know, if there was ever an epic fail in StarCraft 2, it is about to be coming up.
Alright, looks like both armies will be moving in for position. Orcs Ghost versus Zealots and Colossi High Templar. Who will win this match? One storm goes down, forcing Orc to retreat. Will another storm... Oh my god, another storm goes in. Zealots charging in, Colossi in the back. Looks like Orc's army just got melted. Orc says the expletive. GHGWPGJKNN backslash... And there is the game. Wow. Looks like the Protoss Death Ball wins again.
Very sad day, indeed.
Very, very sad day for Orc. And that concludes the second episode. Tune in next time.